Welcome to the Reality Access. Here, we bring you the latest 90-day fiancé news and exclusive updates every day. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel now. 90-day fiancé Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo, a relationship that imploded on reality TV. Since its debut in 2014, 90 Day Fiancé has become one of TLC's most successful and controversial reality television franchises. What started as a social experiment documenting international couples navigating the K-1 visa process slowly transformed into a spectacle of emotional chaos, cultural clashes, power struggles, and deeply complicated love stories. Over the years, countless couples have come and gone, some finding genuine happiness, others crashing and burning in front of millions of viewers. Yet, among all these relationships, very few have left as deep and lasting an impression as Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo. From the very beginning, Jasmine and Gino's relationship stood out, not because it was healthy or inspiring, but because it was intense, volatile, and unpredictable. Their story was marked by explosive fights, emotional manipulation, trust issues, financial dependency, jealousy, and eventually betrayal. Despite, or perhaps because of this chaos, the couple became franchise staples, appearing across multiple spin-offs and dominating discussions among fans. However, as teased in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Tell All, their already messy marriage reached a level of confusion and complication that few relationships in the franchise have ever matched. The introduction of a third party, Matt, turned their marital breakdown into a full-blown love triangle, one involving pregnancy, legal loopholes, and accusations of fraud. What followed was not just a breakup, but a public unraveling that left viewers shocked, divided, and emotionally exhausted. To understand how Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo arrived at this point, it's necessary to revisit their entire journey, from how they met to how they lied, loved, fought, married, opened their relationship, and ultimately destroyed it. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo lied about how they met. For years, Jasmine and Gino told viewers a relatively modern and relatable love story. According to them, they met during the COVID-19 pandemic on a dating app. In a time when the world was isolated and human connection was limited, their online romance supposedly blossomed into something real. This narrative painted their relationship as organic and emotionally driven, two lonely people finding comfort in each other across borders. However, this story completely unraveled during the 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 8 Tell All. In a shocking revelation, it was exposed that Jasmine and Gino did not meet on a traditional dating app at all. Instead, they met on a sugar baby website, a platform designed around transactional relationships, typically involving financial support in exchange for companionship. This revelation recontextualized everything viewers had seen up until that point. Suddenly, many of Jasmine and Gino's behaviors made sense. Their dynamic, which often felt imbalanced and transactional, now appeared to be rooted in the very foundation of how they met. Gino, despite being portrayed as awkward, frugal, and socially inexperienced, had consistently spent significant amounts of money on Jasmine. Even after losing his job, he continued to fund her lifestyle, paying for cosmetic procedures, luxury vacations, apartment upgrades, and personal expenses. Jasmine, on the other hand, frequently demanded financial support and used emotional outbursts to pressure Gino into compliance. Once fans learned the truth, many began questioning whether their relationship had ever truly been about love, or whether it had always been about control, money, and mutual benefit disguised as romance. A rocky engagement fueled by toxic fights. While 90 Day Fiancé is no stranger to conflict, Jasmine and Gino's arguments were on another level entirely. Their fights were frequent, loud, emotionally draining, and often deeply personal. What made their conflicts especially disturbing was how quickly they escalated, from minor disagreements to screaming matches filled with accusations, tears, and threats of separation. One of the most damaging moments in their relationship occurred when Jasmine discovered that Gino had shared her private, intimate photos with his ex-girlfriend. This betrayal was not just a violation of trust, it was a violation of her dignity and privacy. Jasmine's reaction was explosive, and understandably so. The incident left permanent scars on their relationship, making it nearly impossible for trust to fully recover. Adding fuel to the fire, it later emerged that Gino had also paid women to go on dates with him in the past, further reinforcing Jasmine's belief that he viewed relationships through a transactional lens. On the other side, Gino felt emasculated and disrespected. He was deeply hurt when Jasmine criticized and rejected the engagement ring he gave her, calling it cheap and inadequate. For Gino, the ring symbolized commitment and sacrifice. For Jasmine, it represented yet another disappointment. Their disagreements extended to fundamental life decisions as well. Jasmine avoided conversations about having children, while Gino wanted clarity about their future. These unresolved issues created a constant state of tension, making it clear that love alone, if it even existed, was not enough to hold them together. A desperate attempt. Open marriage on the last resort. By the time Jasmine and Gino appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, The Last Resort, their marriage was hanging by a thread. The spin-off was designed as a last-ditch effort for struggling couples to save their relationships through therapy, self-reflection, and honest communication. However, instead of bringing them closer, the experience exposed just how broken their marriage truly was. In a move that shocked both Gino and viewers, Jasmine proposed the idea of an open marriage. She framed it as a way to explore unmet needs while still maintaining their marital bond. Gino, visibly uncomfortable and emotionally conflicted, hesitated, but ultimately went along with the idea. What followed was not healing, but destruction. During the last resort tell-all, Jasmine dropped a bombshell that changed everything. She was pregnant, and the baby was not Gino's. This revelation confirmed what many fans had suspected, that the open marriage was less about mutual growth and more about Jasmine already being emotionally and physically involved with someone else. The announcement marked the definitive end of their relationship, and the couple officially declared their split during the Last Resort Season 2 tell-all. Confusion caused by overlapping timelines. Despite their public breakup, viewers were left confused when Jasmine and Gino continued to appear together on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9. How could a couple who had already split still be portraying marital struggles on another show? The confusion stemmed from production timelines. The Last Resort and Happily Ever After were filmed at different times, but aired in overlapping schedules. As a result, audiences were watching different stages of Jasmine and Gino's relationship simultaneously, one showing its collapse, the other depicting its slow decay. This overlap blurred reality and created frustration among fans, many of whom felt misled or emotionally manipulated by the franchise. Matt enters the picture, a new life for Jasmine. After separating from Gino, Jasmine moved on quickly. She met her new boyfriend, Matt, an actor, at Planet Fitness. What initially appeared to be a casual gym friendship soon turned into something much more serious. Gino had suspected for some time that Jasmine and Matt were more than just friends. However, he did not discover the full extent of her infidelity until a month later. By then, the damage was already done. In 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9, Jasmine confirmed what viewers had been anticipating. She was pregnant with Matt's child. She later moved in with him, effectively starting a new family. Their daughter, Matilda, became a symbol of both new beginnings and unresolved legal complications. The legal nightmare. Gino as the legal father. Despite Matt being the biological father of Matilda, legally, Gino Palazzolo was considered her father due to the timing of Jasmine's pregnancy during their marriage. This legal technicality created immense discomfort and frustration for all three individuals involved. Gino did not want legal responsibility for a child that was not biologically his. Matt was unhappy being unable to claim full legal recognition as a father. Jasmine, caught in the middle, expressed dissatisfaction with a system that complicated her new family's reality. This situation added yet another layer of complexity to an already chaotic story, turning emotional drama into legal turmoil. Are Jasmine and Gino still together? The short answer is no. Jasmine and Gino have been living separate lives for a long time. Jasmine has formed a new family with Matt and their daughter Matilda. Meanwhile, Gino has attempted to move on, but remains emotionally entangled in the aftermath of their marriage. While reports suggest that Jasmine filed for divorce earlier in 2025, there have been no confirmed updates regarding the finalization of their legal separation. What is clear, however, is that they are no longer romantically involved. During the happily ever after tell-all, Gino accused Jasmine of marriage fraud, claiming that she married him solely to obtain a green card. This accusation added a serious and potentially damaging dimension to their breakup, raising questions about motives and legality. Gino's failed attempt at moving on. In an effort to explore his side of the open marriage, he began dating a woman named Natalie. Viewers quickly noticed striking similarities between Natalie and Jasmine, sparking discussions about Gino's emotional attachment and unresolved feelings. However, this relationship also failed. Gino later blamed Jasmine for the breakup, suggesting that her lingering presence and emotional impact ruined his chance at happiness. Jasmine, for her part, refused to accept responsibility, making it clear that she no longer considered Gino's personal struggles her concern. Final thoughts. A relationship that defined chaos. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo's relationship will go down as one of the most dramatic, controversial, and emotionally exhausting storylines in 90 Day Fiancé history. What began as a secretive, transactional connection evolved into a public spectacle involving betrayal, open marriage, pregnancy, legal confusion, and accusations of fraud. Their story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of building relationships on shaky foundations, the consequences of dishonesty, and the emotional toll of turning private pain into public entertainment. For better or worse, Jasmine and Gino gave viewers exactly what reality television thrives on: drama, chaos, and unforgettable moments. And even as their story comes to an end, its impact on the franchise and its audience will not be forgotten. Since premiering in 2014, 90 Day Fiancé has grown into one of TLC's most recognizable and controversial reality television franchises. What originally began as a documentary-style look at international couples navigating the K-1 visa process gradually transformed into a dramatic showcase of emotional breakdowns, cultural misunderstandings, power imbalances, and complicated romantic entanglements. Over the years, audiences have watched dozens of couples attempt to blend love with immigration deadlines, some succeeding, many failing spectacularly. Among all those couples, very few have left a mark as deep or as chaotic as Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo. Their relationship did not captivate viewers because it was aspirational or heartwarming. Instead, it stood out because it was volatile, emotionally charged, and often deeply uncomfortable to watch. From explosive arguments and jealousy-fueled accusations to financial control and repeated breaches of trust, Jasmine and Gino's relationship unfolded like a slow-motion disaster, yet fans could not look away. Their continued presence across multiple spin-offs only intensified public interest. As the franchise expanded, Jasmine and Gino became familiar faces, repeatedly returning to television screens to relive and rehash their problems. However, by the time 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Tell All aired, it became clear that their already unstable marriage had crossed into unprecedented territory. The arrival of a third person, Matt, turned their breakdown into a complicated love triangle involving pregnancy, legal gray areas, and allegations of deception. What followed was more than a breakup. It was a public collapse that left audiences stunned, confused, and emotionally drained. To fully understand how Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo reached this breaking point, it is necessary to trace their story from the beginning: how they met, how they misrepresented the truth, how love turned into control, and how their marriage ultimately self-destructed. The truth about how Jasmine and Gino met. For a long time, Jasmine and Gino presented their love story as something relatable and timely. They claimed that during the isolation of the COVID-19 pandemic, they connected through a dating app. According to this version of events, their bond grew naturally through online conversations at a time when people across the world were craving emotional connection. This narrative framed their relationship as sincere and emotionally motivated. That story, however, fell apart during the 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After tell-all. In a moment that shocked both cast members and viewers, it was revealed that Jasmine and Gino did not meet on a traditional dating platform. Instead, they met through a sugar baby website, an environment built around financial arrangements rather than purely romantic intentions. This revelation changed the way viewers interpreted their entire relationship. Many behaviors that previously seemed confusing or unsettling suddenly made sense. Their dynamic had always felt transactional, with money, gifts, and financial support playing an outsized role. Learning how they met suggested that this imbalance was not accidental, but foundational. Despite often presenting himself as awkward, frugal, and socially inexperienced, Gino consistently spent large sums of money on Jasmine. Even after losing his job, he continued paying for cosmetic surgeries, luxury trips, housing upgrades, and daily expenses. Jasmine, meanwhile, frequently demanded financial reassurance and reacted emotionally when she felt dissatisfied. Once the truth came out, fans began questioning whether their relationship had ever been rooted in genuine affection, or if it had always been a negotiated exchange masked as love. A toxic engagement filled with explosive conflicts. Conflict is nothing new on 90-Day Fiancé, but Jasmine and Gino's arguments were especially intense. Their fights were constant, emotionally exhausting, and often deeply personal. What disturbed viewers the most was how quickly even minor disagreements escalated into screaming matches filled with tears, threats, and accusations of betrayal. One of the most damaging incidents occurred when Jasmine discovered that Gino had shared her private, intimate photos with his former partner. This act represented a profound violation of trust and personal boundaries. Jasmine's reaction was explosive, and the damage was irreversible. The betrayal permanently altered the foundation of their relationship and made rebuilding trust nearly impossible. As if that were not enough, it later emerged that Gino had previously paid women to go on dates with him, reinforcing Jasmine's belief that he viewed relationships as transactional rather than emotional. On the other side of the conflict, Gino often felt humiliated and belittled. When Jasmine criticized the engagement ring he gave her, calling it cheap and unacceptable, he was deeply hurt. For him, the ring symbolized commitment and sacrifice. For her, it was another disappointment. Their disagreements extended beyond emotional wounds to major life choices. Jasmine consistently avoided conversations about having children, while Gino wanted clarity and reassurance about their future. These unresolved issues created constant tension, making it increasingly clear that love alone, if it existed at all, could not sustain their relationship. Open marriage, the final attempt that ended everything. When Jasmine and Gino joined 90-Day Fiancé: The Last Resort, their marriage was already on the verge of collapse. The spin-off was designed as a final effort for struggling couples to repair their relationships through counseling and accountability. Instead of healing old wounds, the experience exposed how deeply broken their marriage truly was. In a move that shocked both viewers and Gino himself, Jasmine suggested opening their marriage. She framed the idea as a way to fulfill unmet needs while still preserving their bond. Gino was visibly uncomfortable and conflicted, but ultimately agreed, hoping it might save their relationship. It did not. During the last resort tell-all, Jasmine revealed that she was pregnant and that Gino was not the father. This confession confirmed what many viewers had suspected. The open marriage was not about growth or healing, but about Jasmine already being involved with someone else. The announcement marked the definitive end of their marriage, and the couple officially declared their separation during the Last Resort Season 2 tell-all. Confusing timelines and overlapping storylines. Despite announcing their split, viewers were confused when Jasmine and Gino continued appearing together on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9. The confusion stemmed from overlapping production schedules. While The Last Resort and Happily Ever After were filmed at different times, they aired close together, causing audiences to witness different stages of their relationship simultaneously. This overlap blurred reality and frustrated many fans, who felt misled by the franchise's editing and timeline choices. Matt, pregnancy, and a new chapter for Jasmine. After separating from Gino, Jasmine quickly moved on. She met Matt, an actor at Planet Fitness. What started as a casual connection soon became serious. Gino had long suspected their relationship was more than platonic, but he did not learn the full truth until later. In Happily Ever After Season 9, Jasmine confirmed she was pregnant with Matt's child. She moved in with him, beginning a new life together. Their daughter, Matilda, symbolized both a fresh start and a legal complication that would continue to haunt all involved. The legal complication no one wanted. Although Matt is Matilda's biological father, Gino was legally recognized as her father because Jasmine was still married to him at the time of the pregnancy. This legal technicality created immense frustration for everyone. Gino did not want responsibility for a child that was not his. Matt was unable to claim full legal recognition. Jasmine expressed dissatisfaction with a system that complicated her new family. Are Jasmine and Gino still together? They are not. Jasmine and Gino have lived separate lives for a long time. Jasmine has formed a family with Matt and their daughter. Gino has attempted to move on, but remains emotionally affected by the fallout. Reports suggest Jasmine filed for divorce in early 2025, though confirmation of finalization remains unclear. During the Happily Ever After tell-all, Gino accused Jasmine of marrying him solely to obtain a green card, introducing allegations of marriage fraud that added a serious legal and moral dimension to their breakup. Gino's attempt to move on, and another failure. Gino later dated a woman named Natalie while exploring the open marriage arrangement. Viewers immediately noticed her resemblance to Jasmine, sparking discussions about unresolved emotional attachments. That relationship also failed, with Gino blaming Jasmine's lingering influence. Jasmine rejected the blame entirely. A legacy of chaos. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo's relationship stands as one of the most dramatic and controversial storylines in 90 Day Fiancé history. What began as a transactional connection spiraled into betrayal, open marriage, pregnancy, legal confusion, and public accusations. Their story serves as a warning about dishonesty, power imbalance, and the cost of turning private pain into public entertainment. 90 Day Fiancé has dominated screens with its portrayal of messy intercultural relationships since its 2014 premiere. The show achieved such popularity that it was soon followed by various spin-offs. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo have been among the few couples to feature in almost all of the spin-offs and to entertain viewers with their intense, complex relationship. However, as seen in the teaser of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After tell-all, their relationship has reached new heights of confusion and complication. And as if Jasmine and Gino's marriage wasn't messy enough, the love triangle with Matt has landed them all in a pickle. So let's take a look at everything that has happened between Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo that caused their split. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo had lied about meeting on a dating app. The viewers who have tuned in to Jasmine and Gino's relationship recently are in for a surprise. The couple had claimed that they met on a dating app during COVID-19. However, in the 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season D Tell All, it was revealed that the two had actually met on a sugar baby website. After this revelation, viewers understood why Jasmine and Gino's relationship looked so transactional. Despite being fired from his job, Gino paid for Jasmine's cosmetic procedures, vacations, and more. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo's rocky engagement and toxic fights. In the course of 90 Day Fiancé, there have been many couples who have not meshed well together, fighting a lot, especially since both individuals belong to different cultures and countries. However, Jasmine and Gino had some of the most intense and frequent fights. Jasmine had once found out that Gino had sent her private photos to his ex and that he also paid people to go on dates with him. Meanwhile, Gino was quite upset after Jasmine disliked the engagement ring he had given her. She also refused to talk to him about their future with babies. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo tried open marriage in 90 Day Fiancé The Last Resort. While their marriage, which had started with a rocky relationship, stood on its last legs, Jasmine and Gino appeared on the spin-off, 90 Day Fiancé The Last Resort. To save their marriage, Jasmine suggested an open marriage. However, that is what ultimately caused their split. During the tell-all episode of The Last Resort, Jasmine revealed that she was pregnant, but the baby's father was someone else. The couple announced their split in The Last Resort Season 2 Tell All. However, viewers were confused about their relationship status since Jasmine and Gino appeared on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9, while they had already announced their split on The Last Resort. It was because both the shows were filmed at different times but overlapped in the broadcast. Jasmine Pineda moved in with her new boyfriend, Matt, who was an actor, at Planet Fitness. Gino had suspected that the two might be more than good friends, but he didn't find out about her cheating on him until after a month. In 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9, Jasmine revealed to Gino that she was pregnant with Matt's baby. She also moved in with her new boyfriend. However, legally, their daughter, Matilda, was considered Gino's daughter. All three people involved in the situation are not happy with this legality. 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Tell All, are Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo still together? Jasmine and Gino have been leading separate lives for a long time. The former has even made a little family with her boyfriend Matt and their newborn daughter Matilda. However, whether Jasmine and Gino are legally divorced remains unknown. According to reports, Jasmine filed for divorce earlier in 2025, but there have been no updates yet on their official marital status. However, they are no longer romantically involved. As seen in 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Tell All, Gino has also accused Jasmine of marriage fraud. He has stated that she married him to gain a green card. Gino was also determined to explore his side of the open marriage and started dating a woman named Natalie. However, viewers pointed out how similar his new girlfriend looked to Jasmine. However, Gino and Natalie broke up as well, with the former blaming Jasmine for the split. But she did not take the blame and said,